Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. My name is Kangai. Today I wanted to show you my current foundation routine. So we're gonna be going over this foundation. Now, just some information for you. I have oily skin, I have hyperpigmentation, I have acne scarring. Right now I'm going through some weird phase where my forehead, there's a rash-ish under the skin that's giving me small tiny little bumps all over my forehead. I don't know if can you guys see that? Yeah, there you go. See that? That is rarely there. The point with all of that is that with this foundation routine, you can barely even know or notice all my problem areas, like barely. Maybe you can tell the texture, but you can't really tell where I have issues, can you? So I just wanted to share my routine, my current routine, just so that you guys can have an idea of how I create or achieve this level of coverage for oily skin. For those of you who have acne or acne prone skin or acne scarring or texture in your skin or hyperpigmentation. And I did not color correct. No color correction. Anyway, if you want to see how I achieved this foundation look, then definitely keep watching. But also, if you want to see how I did the eyes, I know I've either posted it already or I will post it. So take a look in there. All right, I need to go to bed. It's 12:30. I will see you guys in the tutorial, I guess. Oh, let's work on my face now. This is the Fenty primer right here. I'm gonna use two primers for my face. I really like how this primer smells. It smells very American. It smells very America. Oh, look at my 5 head on display. And then on my, especially here, can you see this? Where I have, I need to stop slouching. Where I have texture, I'm just gonna pat some silicone primer in. This is by Becca Cosmetics. This is their Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. It's a really good primer, but I find that it works well in some, like, see, if you see this, see how it's a little bit white? I found with some clients it's really difficult to cover, so I haven't been using this primer. Okay, going in with my foundation shade now. I tried the Fenty foundation and I still find that it is too yellow. I tried 430 neutral, too yellow. Then I tried 440, which is the next highest. So 440 is too red. So I'm going back to my stand. This is my Studio Fix Fluid Foundation in the shade NW47. I've used this for a very long time. And I've been trying to find a replacement for this, but I've never found one. See, it's just, in my opinion, it's neutral. Like, it's neutral enough for my, can you guys see that? It's neutral enough for my skin right here, which is what I prefer to match my foundation to. I really love what happens when you put on a wig, right? Like when I stick my wig on, it's gonna be nice. Eee. Like my skin has been really difficult to find foundations that match because either they're too yellow for my skin tone or it's too pink. You'd be surprised that NW47 works for my skin, but it actually does. This is the Black Up contour stick in shade number 3, and it's my favorite shade for my skin tone. And who is it that I saw on YouTube? Where they put the contour at the top of the cheek, not here. So a little bit above, see that? So I'm putting it here. Normally I would have put it in this area right here, but I'm putting it higher, then I'll blend it out. And then foundation brush just to blend it out. I'm pushing this into my hairline. Just let it blend. See how that blends beautifully? It's such a lovely contour stick. I love it. I really wish I could find, ooh, are you seeing that? Are you seeing that right here? Are you seeing that blend? So as you can see how that blends out? So I know it looks very weird. Like if it looks straight ahead, it looks a little bit too stark, which is where concealer comes in. Yeah, my favorite concealer is this. This is by Maybelline. It is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer and my shade is number 45. And how I like to do this is, and I only bring it out till there. And then an X right here. All right, so to blend this out, I'm going to use another favorite of mine, and I think I want to do a series on these. It is this. These are the blending eggs by Beauty Bakery, and they come so cute. They come in like a little crate. Can you guys see that? And if you open it, I've already used a number of those. I've used 2 of those. One is being washed, and this is the other one. And I always end under the eyes. I had to think about that. So I'm starting here, just pouncing, and then using the butt of the blender to kind of blend it out. Oh, look at that. Squinch my beauty blender to get my nose. And then I take the butt of the blender and I just literally pounce it up and down my nose. And then if you notice, what I'm doing is I'm just taking this, turning it on the side and then back. And then around the mouth. It's not as liquidy, and so it's behaving really well. Don't forget to blend out that line. See what that does? Beautiful. So if you can see, I've kind of made it match. Kind of, right? And I really like how it's like my skin is blending really well into the bronzer and into my skin, into my face, the center of my face. I really actually like this beauty blender. And it doesn't get so big. That's definitely never been what she said. I don't like to set with a powder, like a Studio Fix powder or even a translucent setting powder or whatever. I go in with this. This is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark. And I'm just using an e.l.f. blush brush because I find that it fits under there really well. And I like to kind of tilt my head so I can get those wrinkles like saturated with product, and then I push into my skin and then just into that triangle. And if you notice, I'm really pushing it into my skin, and it just gives a really, in my opinion, it's just a beautiful finish to the skin. See that? It's so gorgeous. Most times I don't even have to use a highlighter, especially for my skin because I have oily skin. Are you seeing that? Like, it gives your skin such a lovely, can you guys see that? And then of course, tiny bit here to emphasize the contour. Let me tell you something, guys. The first part of this video where I did my eyes kind of gives context to what I'm trying to say. But what I want to say is it's extremely important. Where's my face powder? Here we go. And then now going in with MAC's Studio Fix powder in now NW45. And I'm just going to set everywhere else. So for me, I found that NW45 is a really good powder for blending everything in and setting my contour. Anyway, what I was going to say is that it's really important. It's so important for your own health, mental health and emotional health, that you just learn how to love yourself. It is so important because that's a one thing that we are never taught how to do. Like, no one teaches us how to be, or rather how to have strong self-esteem, how to stand up for ourselves, how to, like, we're not taught that. As especially women, we are taught that we should be submissive and, you know, pray for our husbands even though they're beating us half to death. As in, we're never taught how to take ourselves or put ourselves first. Because if you think about it, if you don't put yourself first of all, ain't nobody else gonna do that for you. This is NW46, and I like to use this as a contour for my nose and to kind of literally just blend this area out. Anyway, so no one is actually going to, we are not taught, no one is gonna teach you how to love yourself. And if you notice, I didn't put any bronzer there, but I'm just setting the area with NW46, and it just creates, let me face forward. Are you seeing the difference between this side and this side? And I don't like a strong contour, let me not lie to you, but these days I've been actually doing it, and it actually is ending up looking really pretty. So if you don't put yourself first, who's gonna do that? No one's gonna do that, because everyone has their own drama. Everyone is going through crazy things. So we're never taught, we're not taught that we have to prioritize our mental health. We're never taught that we can. you know, take time for ourselves. We're never taught that we can stand up or that we should stand up for ourselves. We're never ever taught that. We are groomed for marriage from when we were kids. We are taught, we are groomed how to be submissive. And if you think about it, if you don't follow along, the weirdest thing is that you will be penalized for being too much. Yeah, you'll be penalized for being too independent, for being too successful, for being too, I don't know. And I'm just like, all right, guys, so this is the final look. This is my final skin, which I am feeling. Yeah, it's a better match for me. I don't know if you guys can tell. And I also like the number 45 concealer by Maybelline because it tones everything down. It's a neutral concealer, which I really like. And for my skin tone, it actually works without making it too bright. You know what I mean? I've only had, it's around midnight, it's around 12:30, so I've only had it on for maybe less than an hour, hour and a half. But I know I have oily skin. There's no need for me to do a wear test because I'll get oily in an hour. No need. I already know. It doesn't matter what foundation I use. So it's not like moving. It's not lifting, actually. It's a better word to use. This hair, bye. But I think it's fine. I think I just found out that I have a dimple. A tiny little one. Can you guys see that? No, here. Can you guys see that? It's a tiny little dimple. I have a dimple. I have to smile in a specific way though. See, it's not there. And then I have to smile in a weird way. Oh, I didn't know I had a dimple. Ooh. I'm gonna be checking out, guys, like, can y'all see my dimple? I hope you guys have liked this foundation routine that I have shared with you. And it's time to go to bed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.